Welcome back, doulas, to another episode of the Doula School YouTube channel. And today I wanted to share a little bit more about this really interesting study that popped up in my feed. It popped up in my feed because my marketing person found it. So Darren, thank you for this. It is a really cool report called Doula and Birth Coaching Services Market to surpass $24.6 billion by 2032. And this is written by a company called Future Market Insights. So basically it's like a, consulting market research firm. I'm really interested. Who paid for this study to be done or co-sponsored it? Because listen, a lot of us have been wanting this for a really, really long time. I do a lot of board work, and every board I've ever been on, every coach I've ever worked with says, well, what's the value of your market? And none of us have ever known until now. So this just got published in January of this year, 2023. I'm going to go ahead and put the link below in the description so that you can have a look at it. So it was really kind of interesting. So this article talks literally about doula work, and it really breaks it down. It includes a few different things in here. So what they consider, doula types, so labor, birth doulas, postpartum doulas, antepartum doulas, sibling doulas. They have a category called others. I don't know what goes in there. Maybe abortion doulas. They include both online and virtual services. And then they include things like pregnancy coaching, prenatal like childbirth coaching, postpartum support, online childbirth ed, classes, both group and private. So this is really cool. This is really, really cool. So so I'm going to go through this again, okay? Though they're expecting that we're going to have a 6.2% compound annual growth rate between now and 2032. So essentially in the next decade or so. They believe that this is worth right now $13.48 billion in 2022 and is going to grow to be about 24.6 billion in 2032. So big numbers, right? 13.5 million, or billion, I mean, right now. That's the value right now of the doula world, of doula work. That's amazing, guys. Can you believe that? Folks, so cool, right? So cool that this is where we have come, we have arrived. There's a market research study on us now. So for those of you who don't know, I spent 10 years doing corporate intelligence before I gave that all up to become a doula full-time and to create my own agency, what I called a team at the time before we even had the word agency for it. And it's been such a dream of mine to see our industry grow and to see the value of what we do be more recognized. And of course the article or the research summary does go on to explain how it is becoming more recognized, and we see a lot of the really big organizations are doing that. So I think that's kind of really amazing that we're seeing that value and that acknowledgement. So then what I wanted to do is I wanted to go over to the Listening to Mothers survey, created by Childbirth Connection. I went over to the Listening to Mothers survey. This is number 3. This was done in 2013. So really it's quite a bit older already. This was the last place that I had seen any kind of estimate of how many people use doulas. And that article in that survey, about 6% of the people surveyed had a doula for their birth. But 3/4 of the people, so 75% of people knew what a doula was. I'm like, where have you been? The 25%, where have you been that don't even know that word? That's really interesting to me still. But again, that was already, 9 years ago. And then here's the other thing, is that 27% of people would have liked to have a doula. So 6% did, but 27% would have liked to. Well, there was a lot of really, really amazing change happening in the world, all over, charities that are being created to support families through funded doula services. Right? We're seeing Medicaid more and more and more. Every time I turn around, it's like there's something new happening with Medicaid covering doula services. I just think the future is bright, folks. Wanted to share that, get you excited about it, That is absolutely, the best thing in the world is all of us feeling excited about the potential of our industry. So please go out there, keep doulaing. If there are some of you here that are saying or thinking, I really want to be a doula, but I don't know how to make this a full-time income, please watch some of the other videos that I have here on this channel. There is a lot of really cool stuff happening. There's a lot of really great ways for you to build your business and to grow your career. A lot of different things to consider. On our Instagram channel, we did a really cool review of, and there's a video here too, that goes a little bit more in depth, some little bit of research that we did comparing the different ways we can work as doulas versus, being an employee versus being a contractor versus working completely on our own. Pros and cons of each one, but there are more and more options to do this work in a way that works for you, that works for your life, full-time, part-time, whatever. I don't care. Just be out there helping birth be better, right? Let's bring the sacred back in birth. All right, folks, see you soon.